Hi, I'm Mack Tuggle, author of This Way to Wall Street and host of Big Black Charts. Today is July 2nd, and we're going to take a look at the S&P 500 and our price projections for the year of 2023. Now, just a reminder, the markets are going to be open on Monday, but they will be closed on Tuesday in observance for July 4th. So just make your trades and investments accordingly, but we'll be open on Monday, closed on Tuesday, and then back open again for business on Wednesday. Quite naturally, the crypto market, which doesn't close, will be rolling like it usually does. So that doesn't affect cryptocurrencies, but it will affect the majority of stocks and ETFs. So for the S&P 500, once again, we've been bullish since October. And since then, if you look at the screen here, we had a bottom here in October. So, for all intents and purposes, the bull market has been in effect, right? So we had an ascending triangle pattern here, and an ascending triangle essentially says that there's resistance above, at a certain price range, but the support keeps getting higher and higher. So as you can see right here, it gradually, the support got higher and higher while the resistance, it stayed the same. And now we had a breakout of that, right? So an ascending triangle has bullish implications. It's saying that, that the sellers are getting weaker and weaker and they keep selling out at higher and higher prices. So it has bullish implications, but it's not confirmed until you break out. And just, to be clear, this is a monthly chart we're looking at. So this is taking, a whole month's worth of data and we're putting it into one bar. So this month we had a breakout of the ascending triangle. Now this ascending triangle has been in effect since June, May, June of 2022. So this is a pretty significant price pattern. You have, a year's worth of consolidation, but with an upward bias. So we had a breakout of this. So now where do we go from here? Well, we think that we're going to be going to 484. We think that we're going to be going to 484. And so the all-time high, as you can see right here, is 479.98. So our price projection right here, 484, is just a little bit above all-time highs. Now, can you imagine that we're maybe possibly going to be hitting all-time highs for the year of 2023? No, but the implications have been in the charts for some time now, so I'm not surprised. But it is definitely, a little bit amazing that we're possibly going to hit all-time highs this year. And so I'm going to let you know how I, came to that conclusion and what I'm looking for from here. So an ascending triangle has what we call measuring implications. And the measuring implications are pretty simple, pretty basic math, but you basically take the height of the pattern and you project the price, your price objective, you project that from the breakout, right? From the breakout from resistance. So this price pattern, we had, essentially an area right here of around 416 that started as resistance and went across for several months, right? 416 was your resistance. And down here at the bottom here, you had 348, right? So we had, a 68 point range here from resistance at 416 to this bottom here. This is a 68 point range. So in ascending triangle, we project the price objective from the breakout of the resistance based on the height of the pattern. So if the height of the pattern is 68 points, and this area right here, for conversation's sakes, is 416, then we're going to project 416 plus 68. We're coming up here to 484. That's our measuring implication of an ascending triangle. I'm not just picking some, arbitrary number. This isn't a Ouija board. This is a measuring implication or price objective based on a breakout of this bullish pattern. And this is a monthly pattern, so this is a pretty significant pattern. So that's what we're looking at, 484 for our current price projective. And obviously that's not going to be a straight line, but we have 6 months to go from here to cover 68 points. And that's kind of going to be my price objective and my standard from here. Now obviously I reserve the right to change my mind at all times. So if any information comes out on the chart side, not in the news, and not on the live wire, but on the chart side, then obviously I'll change my mind and be flexible and adaptable. But for conversation's sake and for right now, we're shooting for 484 for our price objective for the S&P 500. And then what am I going to be looking for at that point? Well, at that point, I'm going to be looking at my relative strength index. Relative strength index is measuring momentum, right? And so when it gets overbought and oversold, it gives kind of its strongest signals, meaning overbought too high, oversold too low. So what I'm looking for from my monthly RSI is I'm looking for it to get into overbought territory again. I'm looking for that. But then the next thing I'm looking for is it going to take out this high here? Is relative strength going to take out this high here? Because if the price action hits 484, which would be a new all-time high, but relative strength doesn't take out these prior highs, then that's setting up a bearish divergence, which would definitely make me tighten my stops, and then obviously I would naturally rethink my position or devise a new strategy or game plan. So I'm definitely looking for 484, but then I'm also going to be looking at RSI to see the health of this. Now if RSI takes out these highs, then I'm just looking at maybe a 5 to 10% correction. But if RSI doesn't take out these new highs, then that's going to be a signal to be a little bit more cautious. 484 is going to be our price projection for the back half of the year for the S&P 500. That's about 9.2% from where we are now, because as you can see, this month, June, we took up a nice space of this, measuring implication. We had a 68-point measuring implication. Well, this was a nice bar right here. So we got about 9.2% left in this, bull market before I see possibly a correction, a pause. But until then, full steam ahead, in my opinion. We just want to wish you guys a happy 4th of July. Be safe out there. And until then, just, stick to your game plan. Keep your stops in place. And continue to learn and continue to develop yourself. This is a lifelong process. It's not a straight line. It's not linear. There's going to be, some pullbacks, just like an equity curve, right? Your learning curve is like your equity curve. So just keep doing what you're doing. And until next time, thank you very much.